Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So today we are going to be taking a look at New Gundam. New Gundam actually did drop over on Gundam Evolution, so why not actually do a video over here on the Battle Alliance. So as far as New Gundam, so this unit is going to be an all-rounder, so I did max out everything to level 100 just for the simplicity, so why not. So here's going to be some of the base stats. So as far as HP, we're talking about 2,376, boost 224, melee 680, or yeah, 687, range 555. So it's pretty respectable for just for any range or for any all-rounders. For whatever reason, they always boost melee to have the higher stats. So I don't know why, but as far as some of your damage cut, they're all actually really good. So yeah, not bad. So let's now take a look at some of the basic armament. So this one does come with a 3-hit beam saber. So even though this one is only 3 hits, but when you're doing like your actual build, I wouldn't mind giving this one like a little bit more juice to it, just because of the fact that we do have, you know, better equipment nowadays that for all rounders. You don't really have to mind like, oh, making this one specifically for let's say for melee build or just for like a sharpshooter build. So it's pretty good. So being rifle, we have a 7 magazine and then takes 10 seconds for the reload rate. So that's, you know, pretty standard stuff right there. Coming down over to the the new hybrid bazooka, we have a 3-round magazine and then 22 seconds for the reload, and this one is going to be a physical range. This one could be a very good combo. You know, if you want to do like a long combo string, this one can definitely supplement into that. So which I'll be showing you guys just in a bit as far as the combo section goes. I would definitely have to say you do have to kind of master this a little bit because you kind of drop it here and there. And the last but not least, you have your fin funnel, the standard package for the new Gundam. This one is going to be 1 ammo and then 10 seconds for reload, which is actually really good. This one does actually come back really fast, so even if you do not put, let's say, any reload rate up, or if you do not even put any, let's say, higher use rate or use limit, it wouldn't really affect it too much. Going down to the special tag, we have the funnel combination. So this one is packing everything. You got physical, melee, and beam and physical. So what is going on? This one is gonna make an instant strike that is then unleash a melee slash funnel combo. So yeah, this one is packing a lot. So overall kit, it is pretty much going to be centering around, you know, sharpshooter. You know, you got all your ranged weapon, but like I said again, with the latest equipment that we have been getting, this one I wouldn't really mind putting this one into, let's say, a little bit more of like balanced build, if you will. Alright, so as far as getting the blueprint for the new Gundam, so nowadays I feel like with the additional mission, there are here and there that kind of drop it, but you talking about the original way of getting it, you will actually head over to Directory 7A, and then what you want to do, you want to fight the true mission, which is going to be the Beyond the Time. So after you beat this one here, right, after you beat this one, so it does talk about you are getting the blueprint number 2 for the new Gundam. So this one does require 3, so this is going to be one of the places that you want to be going to. And then as for the blueprint number 2, or this one should be the blueprint number 1, you are going to head over to the Directory 7D, and then this one is going to be dropping once you fight the break mission. Nope, this one is the true version. So break mission, so to the world's end. So this one over here, this talks about that after you defeat the Jegdaga, you will be able to get the blueprint number 1. Alright, so for the last blueprint, what you want to do, you want to head over to the Directory 7E, and then pretty much you just have to fight the break mission bit, and you'll be able to get it. So after you fight the Rosen Snyder here, and then you'll be able to get the blueprint number 3, and that is pretty much how you can get all the required blueprint to unlock your new Gundam. Alright, so coming down to my equipment selection, I went for the following. So this piece right here is probably going to be an essential for any of your all-rounders, because this one is going to be boosting both flat out melee and range. So this one is very important. And then as for the other ones, I'm just pretty much, you know, just finding pieces that I can boost just melee and shot all together. So as for the overall set, I would definitely say if you pair another like two, 3 pieces of the same thing, you should easily break, let's say, 2000 per bow stat, I'll be really busted. But other than that, I think right now is actually looking not too bad. So these two are actually just going to be boosting sub 2 weapons. So my fin funnel is actually going to be hitting pretty hard. Other than that, I think that is pretty much it as for the equipment. Just pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I guess up next, let's talk about some of the skills that I use for new Gundam here. Alright, so as for the skill set, I went for flowering. So since this one is going to be an all-rounder, so I pretty much do want to have, at the start of the mission, being able to activate my roll action so I can start to get that 2-time rate for the special attack bar. So this one is definitely going to be a very essential one. Up next, I feel like any unit that I use nowadays actually just equip the lucky shot, just because I'm not really using any limit or the use limit up for any of these, or especially for this build. So that's why just having it handy is always going to be good, especially for your fin funnel. If you just lucked out and then having that, you be able to use it once again, that's always going to be great. And as for the final piece, you could definitely go with like any options that you want. But I feel like the armor piercer is probably a very good one, just because I didn't really want to go, let's say, min maxing on, let's say, specifically on my range damage, or nor just my strictly my melee damage. So I feel like I want something that's a little bit more, on the balance side. Obviously I could have went for, let's say, increasing back damage, but like I said again, in terms of my playstyle, I don't really get like that really long combo string. So I feel like having this one is probably not gonna be as effective. So that's why I pretty much went for the armor piercer, just for the simplicity of it. Alright, so here's gonna be the new Gundam combo. So we did kind of utilize pretty much everything within this arsenal, ranging from there's a fin funnel, bazooka, just the heavy attacks, the holding down on the normal melee attack, just to kind of extend that melee combo just a little bit further before connecting it back, looping it once again. So that is probably the harder part. You guys can see that I did drop it right there. Pretty much unfortunate. So here again, just gonna be doing the combo once again, but this time around I'm not using the fin funnel early on, so I did try to go for that little bit extended version of the melee combo, and then going ahead and use the fin funnel to kind of round things out before I drop the combo once again, because it is kind of hard to kind of stay on track. Now you guys can see I fired up the bazooka and trying to go back in for the melee attack, but did not work, and then it dropped. Alright, so as for my final conclusion for the new Gundam, I can say this overall unit is actually really fun. The overall kit does kind of have everything that the new Gundam will have, but the only thing that I wish that they will add is like when we are holding in for the shield, like if we could have get that shield, the shield barrier, that would have been like a very nice touch. I don't know if they thought of that, but I don't know. That was just kind of something that I kind of thought of. But otherwise, in terms of the armament, even though they did kind of push everything into the range to build, but with those same equipment, you can easily make both that kind of relatively the same. So you don't have to worry about, oh, just constantly shooting. You can always go in for some field melee attacks in, and that should be great. I think other than that, as for the combo, it could be a little bit hard trying to get those timing in. So you guys can see that as for the extended combo that I was doing, you do have a very high rate of actually missing it. So depending on how good of a player you guys are, maybe some will be able to master it within like a few minutes, but some will probably have to go in there just to practice for like a few good hours before actually applying it to actual real battle. Even in real battle, I would say it is still pretty easy to drop, because like the enemy does tend to recover their, let's say, their break meter really fast. So that's definitely going to be something that you do have to watch out for, but I feel like that is pretty much the same as any unit. But overall combo, I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's any tricks to that, but other than that, I think that's pretty much it, what I had to say for the new Gundam. You guys can always definitely let me know how you guys feel about this unit, and then with that said, I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.